you the whole time, but you can hear my voice.
Right.
Whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Or I'll just be like,
All right, live.
That's how I picture you normally.
all right.
We're live, bro.
We're live. Welcome to the Whatever Bro podcast. This is episode 49, I believe.
It's 49. I know you don't believe it. Might be 39, but I think it's 49.
No, it is. I checked it
Oh, it is
because I
49.
didn't trust you.
It
At
is
all.
49. I did something right.
Yeah. So welcome. Before we even get into this, also, before I even get into what I'm about to say, let us know if there's any technical issues we should work on. Like, let us know if the cameras are fuzzy or if we're choppy in any way or
We
the
are
sound
having-
sucks.
We're having an issue with Justin's mic, so make sure you can hear him.
Yeah, I honestly just think the microphone doesn't like you. I
Yeah.
don't think the microphone
They
wants you
gave
to
me the
speak.
shitty mic, guys.
Well, no, the mic saw your mustache and it was like, fuck this, dude. I don't want anybody.
I want no part of that.
Yeah.
But before we get started, we were trying for the longest time to figure out where, when, how to do a podcast. So me and Scott from the get-go were like, hey, we got to do this somewhere. We got to do this either in one of our houses, one of our spare rooms, or whatever. Just like one of our spaces we had available that we could do this in. That was the original plan. Then Hurricane Mike Heron came up to me. He said, Joe, do you want to do a show at this new studio with all this equipment just there, set up, cameras,
Yeah, everything.
sound, everything was set up. Everything about that whole setup is professional, and it was whatever we were going to do, we wanted to do like that. So we did an episode there. That was episode 38.
Yeah, 48.
We tried it out, and it went fine. It had nothing we didn't get views initially because we posted off the podcast page, but it had nothing to do with that. We sort of discussed it afterwards, and we all were kind of like, we eventually long term want this to be ours. We want to be our own thing. So that's kind of why we parted ways from his
Yeah,
studio.
we
But
also-
his studio was awesome, and that's why I wanted to give it a shot.
Yeah.
And
It was, I think, too, it was like, we didn't also want to put pressure on ourselves to give Mike, we're going to definitely be here on these days. Like, there's times where we could maybe not do it for a month.
yeah,
That's not fair to him and his team.
exactly.
So, like, with this studio that we have built in the Taj Mahal, by the way, we're at the Taj Mahal.
Beautiful.
Yeah, this is actually 7 stories below the China Royal.
Yeah, this is that. If you ever want to come on as a guest, there's a tunnel you have to roll down. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
But yeah, here we are in a new fucking studio. Whatever,
new studio.
bro. Congratulations.
Back.
Woo! Yeah, high
Boys
fives.
back in
Yeah, this is gonna
town.
look
Yeah.
terrible on camera.
Right.
So Justin, I couldn't help but notice you walked in
This-
here and you had a terrible
This
mustache.
fucking mustache. Am I right?
Yeah.
Hey, I don't even like it.
Now it's my job as host to make fun of your mustache, but
Please.
I gotta say
I deserve it.
there are certain faces that go with mustaches and some that don't. Yours, I'm gonna admit, goes with a mustache. Scott disagrees. Scott thinks
No.
you look terrible.
I feel
Okay.
like like
Okay.
you have a van outside.
I like it.
You have weapons.
I like it. I'd like to
dead
visit.
children.
I'd like to visit your van and meet your
Your dead children.
your dead children. Yeah.
The mustache.
Yeah, what happened?
What is
there?
it? No Shave November? Is that what?
No.
what it was?
I was shaving my face. I was gonna go clean, a clean shave,
Yep.
because it had been years. And my girlfriend said, "Hey, before you do that, could you leave just the mustache? Because that's coming in." Tom Hardy, famous actor Tom Hardy.
So the inspiration was Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy. Here's the problem. You could take a dump on Tom Hardy's head, and he'd still look like a hunk.
Yeah,
The guy's
he
a
would.
heartthrob.
Yeah, he's the
Perfect
man.
Jaw structure.
Yep.
8-pack.
Talks like this.
Tom
Yeah,
Hardy.
he's
He
very
like-
manly.
He doesn't even
I
read
mean,
a script. He just
yeah.
Not
kind
to
of.
sound gay, but I'm slightly attracted to him.
Right, we'd all fuck Tom Hardy.
We would.
Yeah.
Can we agree on that?
Yeah, I did fuck Tom Hardy.
Anyway, my point is, Tom Hardy looks great, and then he has a mustache. I'm not Tom Hardy. I'm just a creepy-looking dude with a mustache.
That was my point. There are certain faces that go with mustaches and some that do not.
Right.
My face, I've tried it before. I've gone to mustache parties, and I cannot pull it off. I look dangerous. I look like I shouldn't be on the
it's-
streets.
It's creepy.
Yeah. Oh no, it doesn't look too bad. I'll give you
Dude,
the
I
shit.
will-
It's just weird that you have a mustache.
I will say this though. There's a certain population of women that are obsessed with mustaches.
You're right.
They're in their early.
And not to interrupt
30s.
you, make sure you're talking not on the side of the mic, directly.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. Boom.
How am I doing?
That's
Perfect.
better.
Much
All right.
better.
Yeah. So there's
Sorry,
a population
This-
somewhere in this world,
It's women.
not in New England.
It's women in their early 30s for whatever reason.
Mm.
I'm not sure what the algorithm is, but they're into stashes.
So wait, let me ask
Same
you
as
this too.
beards. The majority are beards.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty cliche that women like a guy with a beard. But you're right. There are a select few that are like, I kind of like that mustache. I don't know if it's the creepy vibe they like or if it's
Yeah. Like, do they want to get molested? Or I mean, and
maybe it's a fantasy.
there's a
Yeah,
thing.
the kids love it.
There's a thing. There's a thing too where a lot of women like dad bods.
That I don't believe. That I think that rumor was started by a dude with a dad bod.
Yeah, and somehow but there's girls I've talked to who are like, no, I don't like all the muscles. I'd rather just have a regular like dad bod. Like, and I'm just like, I don't care if like every girl wanted that. I'd never look in the mirror and be happy with that. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying?
I will tell you right now, though, my life in a year will go like winter is dad bod for me. Like I'll kind of I'll purposely gain
Dad bod
pounds.
is like
I'll have a less No, I know what you're saying though, but
So
like
you're saying
during the fall and winter months,
You're
I
only
tend
gonna
to
date
gain.
guys with dad
No.
bods during the winter.
Yes.
No, I only date. No.
and I only date hot guys in the summer. Duh.
So what I'm trying to say is, I'll gain weight in the winter and fall, and then once spring and summer comes around, I drop it all. So I'm like a part-time dad bod.
All right.
I'm part-time dad and part-time dad bod.
Would you say it's a dad bod though? Because dad bods are usually like, I think isn't a dad bod.
I get
super,
a
like-
little gutty up in
Oh,
here.
just raising him.
Jeff is volunteering to be a dad bod.
You have a good dad bod. Like I
Yeah.
want to hug you.
You embrace it though. You're proud.
and cuddle with your two dads.
If you do have a dad bod, you should be proud of it if that's what you want.
Yeah, I don't want it.
Yeah. We at one point or
Yeah,
another
sure.
have let ourselves go.
Yeah, I
all
have a
of us,
picture.
and then we drop away. It's kind of just a seesaw of
I have a picture
Fat.
on my laptop, and it says motivation, and it's in like 2012, and I look like, to me, complete dog shit.
yeah. Like to you or I, we would look at him and be like, oh, this guy doesn't look so bad. Maybe a little chunkier than he is now. But he saw that and was just like, I got to change my
Something
life.
happened. I saw it, and yeah, to this day, like I'll always, if I'm like eating shitty or haven't hit the gym, I'll just remember that photo and be like, nah.
I remember
can't do it.
It was a beach photo from 4th of July weekend.
Yeah, dude. I looked like dog shit. I wasn't tan yet. My hair was like starting to.
His face was
Bald.
actually a little swollen.
Oh, dude, it was awful. awful.
I don't remember a fat Scott period.
Yeah, it was. It was
Really?
a long time ago, man. It's probably like
Just not fat Scott, just a slight gut. Like I don't think any of us have really been fat.
I just always was a skinny kid, so to see that in a photo, I just wasn't ready for
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean? And it really
Your
knocked,
life changed
it
after
knocked
that.
me on my ass, man. But hey, there's a lot going on that we can talk about
Oh
here.
God, yeah.
I had some topics. There was some stuff I read. The first thing you remember, and Joe can help us out on the backstory here because he knows like all the details. Do you remember the whole Trayvon Martin thing?
Yeah.
So this was George Zimmerman, who was 28 years old. It was
kind of like a dark apartment complex. There was
I thought you were talking about Trayvon for a second. I was like, Joe, that's inappropriate.
racist.
Yeah, come on. Already with this shit.
he didn't even let me start it. It's like this apartment complex, and Trayvon, I guess, was walking around. He was wearing a hoodie, eating Skittles, according to police reports, and
criminal activity.
and
Clearly,
Zimmerman saw him, and I don't know what it was. I don't know if he
wasn't
thought,
he trying to be like a neighborhood watch type?
Yeah,
of
that's
kind of, yeah. He was acting like this security guy.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the kid there was nothing on him. There was nothing threatening. I guess all it was Zimmerman saw this black kid in a hoodie. They struggled, and this was the story George told. They struggled, and the kid ended up getting shot by Zimmerman, who had a gun.
And let's remember, Trayvon was 17 years old,
Yeah,
Was-
little kid.
was unarmed, and there is audio of him on the 911 call, and he even under his breath says, "Fucking coon."
Whoa,
Yeah.
really?
See, I never caught that.
I did.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Really?
I absolutely on the 911 tape. I remember that distinctly. He's like, "Fucking coon," and I was like, that's when people. Were
It
like,
was. Is it one of those things that's like tough to
yes,
decipher?
it
Okay.
is. To me, it was obvious. Maybe to some people it's not, but
So
but anyway, this guy's clearly a raging lunatic.
yeah,
right?
crazy. And I'm gonna get to how he's a raging lunatic. He was all right. So they had this long, big trial. He ended up being not guilty. Okay, so then he
Well, Florida.
yeah,
because
in
the kid
Florida.
poured.
Because Trayvon was like they were wrestling. And I think Trayvon was like beating him up.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
I saw
I think that's
footage.
what it was.
there
I
video of
I think no.
Trayvon?
I think there's audio of it. There's
And
audio.
he's got bruises and cuts, and he got fucked up.
He did.
Zimmerman
little
got fucked up.
17-year-old fucked up big George Zimmerman.
Yeah.
And then you hear the shots, and he's like, that's where it really hits home.
Yep. And now, okay, so he's not guilty of all these charges. He then, once he's free, decides to go on Twitter. He creates a Twitter account. I don't know if he had this Twitter account beforehand, but all the Twitter account is racist shit. And all of this started
Like, what a lunatic.
after he was not guilty, because obviously you can't charge the same person with
Double jeopardy or
with
whatever.
the same crime or whatever, something like that. Double jeopardy. So he did that, and he had, I'm trying to think, he ended up getting kicked off of Twitter. But the reason was because he initially posted a picture that he retweeted that someone posted a picture of Trayvon in the grass when he just got shot and he was dead.
And
Someone took a picture of it, retweeted it. The caption that the person had posted was, "That's what happens when you mess with the Z-Man, Zimmerman."
Wait,
Oh
who
my
posted
God.
that?
A random follower of George Zimmerman's.
Wow, dude.
George Zimmerman retweeted that.
As if to say, yeah.
Correct. So that was the first strike.
Which
Then
so
he-
at this point you can clearly see like psychotic behavior, sociopathic
Small
behavior.
dick.
Yep.
wicked
And so
small
he's
wiener.
I believe it was a combination of things that kicked him off of Twitter, but he also auctioned his gun in the killings. Like, once he was not guilty, they gave him his gun back.
Yes.
Like, if OJ was not guilty, they'd give him his knife back. That's just how it works. That's his property.
Wonder if he did. He was not guilty.
He
Wonder-
sold
Yeah,
it at auction to the highest bidder. I forget how much he sold it for. But
Who is buying that gun?
I have no idea.
Keep an eye on
I know,
that guy,
that's-
please.
He's like, I finally got the gun to kill Trayvon. So
And
this
then-
is just the backstory.
Oh
here.
God, yeah. This is just like what he was posting to Twitter.
This is now what's happening now
Correct.
is new news. You're not going to believe this, Justin.
Yeah, he's in the news again
The guy wants to sue Trayvon Martin's fucking
What?
family.
for $100 million.
And his reasons are, number one, false charges. This is from CBS News, by the way. False charges from a girl pretending to be Trayvon's girlfriend. I guess there was, in the courtroom, a girl pretending to be Trayvon's girlfriend saying a bunch of shit, whatever.
Yeah.
He wants to sue because of that. Also saying that the parents knew that, but also is suing the parents' attorney who wrote a book claiming false, misleading, listen to this shit, and slanderous statements that damage Zimmerman's character. According to the suit case, it caused Zimmerman to suffer great mental anguish. This motherfucker's crazy.
Right.
Why would you ever want to, I'm trying to figure out his brain right now. He must just
Insane, man.
want to be famous again. But, like, can you imagine suing the
He's-
family of the kid you
He
fucking
celebrates though his racistness.
killed? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing. 'Cause I remember around that time, this is pretty ignorant on my part, but I remember thinking like, racism's not really a thing anymore. It's not. At least it's not as severe as it had been, and it was pretty much like not really as bad as it was. But after that Trayvon Zimmerman case, I remember there was a company that was selling successfully, I might add. They were selling Trayvon hoodie shooting targets.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And this,
And-
by the way, this whole thing is what started the not Me Too movement. Sorry, the what was the
Black
Lives Matter. And there was when he was found not guilty. This is what started a bunch of riots and shit like that. This was like fucked up. And you gotta remember, like around here, like just the four of us, racism really don't seem to be bad. But it's different parts of the country. It's fucking
Oh,
rough,
God, yeah.
especially the South.
I wanted to add
South,
one
yeah.
thing that he did while on his Twitter. I went on his Twitter once when he was still active, and I was like, holy shit, how is this man walking the streets still? It bothered me
Yeah.
that the minute he was not guilty, came out as a racist. He said there was some kind of holiday, not a real holiday, but it was called Slap an Idiot Wednesday. It was like this random stupid themed day, and someone posted a picture of George Zimmerman, and George Zimmerman responded with, "We all know how it ended for the last moron that hit me.
Oh my
Whoa.
God.
Give it a whirl, cupcake."
Jesus, he's nuts.
He's fucking.
He's
Yeah,
crazy.
Isn't that
insane.
socio?
So
Yeah.
that, in a sense, is admitting that we know what happened when this kid fucked with
Yeah.
me. He got shot.
He murdered him.
Yeah.
Straight up.
And Florida's like, that's cool. Like,
Yeah,
go
well,
ahead, knock yourself out.
I don't know how he gets
A lot
off,
of crazy
man.
shit happens in Florida.
Right, yeah. And the fucked up thing is he's got such a support system behind him, Zimmerman.
Yeah.
Every racist lunatic in
Yep.
the country kind of idolizes the guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He like stands for racism, dude. He's like a KKK fucking redneck, dude.
Yep.
And might I add, what a coward. Like, go fist fight the kid.
Yeah.
If
Absolutely.
you think he's so tough.
He was one of those
He's getting the
people.
shit kicked out of him. I bet
Right.
you he
Yeah.
thought I'm gonna bang this kid out. A little 17-year-old black kid knocked him the fuck out.
At that time, he actually wasn't that big. Like he
Oh,
was
that's
kind.
right.
He looked in shape. the minute throughout the whole trial, you could gradually see him getting so
that's
fat.
That's right. I remember
And he
that.
just got completely out of weight. I don't know if that's from stress for being I don't know how long the trial was, but I think it was pretty long.
Yeah, maybe he was stressed out thinking he was gonna get, guilty. But the fact that after that, man, he had no stress. That's like sociopath behavior, bro. Like, how could you ever want, like, if I even kill somebody who tried to rob me and I thought was a bad person, I'd be fucked up from taking someone's life. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Like,
God, yeah.
can you imagine just like killing some kid like that, a 17-year-old kid? Like that, he must have so much anger and hate in his heart or whatever
Yeah.
to be able to do that shit and come after like. That's lunatic behavior.
Yep.
I saw that in the news. I had to bring it up. It was fucking insane.
He wanted to be a cop too, from what I remember, and he was too crazy for that. I think he failed some entrance exam.
Yeah, probably got turned away as a
Right.
racist.
So then
They looked at their pad and like, you know what? This guy hates Muslims. He can't be on the team.
No, it's Florida, so they're like, you know what? He's not racist enough. He's gonna.
Oh man. So, just a random little fact. You know how everyone was doing those stupid 10-year challenges?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Posting a picture of them 10 years ago. Now, I wasn't even going to do that intentionally, but in my memories, in 2009, November, like Thanksgiving weekend, we did our first live performance of your roast, the roast of Scotty.
Oh, Scotty's roast.
Yeah.
Now, you had done roast in the past, and I think that's where we got the idea to do an actual show open to the public. So that's what kind of inspired us. But our first show was 10 years ago, last month.
Unbelievable.
We've been being idiots for that long.
You know what's interesting about that? That was 10 years ago. That was the first time we just kind of did that as a joke. Like, let's just get some people
Yeah,
to do a roast.
Exactly.
Turned out to be a shitload of people. Probably like 100 people came to the IPC. You guys fucking went way above and beyond what I thought. Like, this was like Comedy Central jokes, especially him and Justin.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Corey.
Wait a second. I am Justin.
I am him.
If you can actually see this roast, believe it or not, it's on YouTube.
Really?
Roast of Scotty Medeiros.
Yeah, it's there.
Your guys' jokes were amazing, dude. It was such a cool night. But that kind of launched us into going, hey, we can do shows.
Yeah.
And from then, we did shows at Sky Lounge. We did shows at the Cultural Center. Got 350 people. At
Our
one show.
very first show was, like, I remember us discussing it. We're all like, hey, we got enough guys that would experiment with stand-up. Do you want to all just try like a 5 to 10 minute set and just see if we're funny? We'll invite our friends. If it goes badly, we still laugh about it because we tanked.
Yep.
To me, I think tanking's hilarious. Like it
Sucks.
it hurts you if you're the one tanking. But I love watching tanking. To me, there's nothing better.
And
I
how about Justin? Actually, Justin tanked once, and we never saw him again. for 5
we didn't
years.
see him for years.
Yeah, I was at our show, and
Yeah.
what was cool about
I was
that
in this basement for years. Scott didn't even know I was living down here.
What do you mean? We're not in my basement. The Taj Mahal basement. Yeah.
That's right.
You know, it's funny though because we would we did that couple shows, and we were like, hey, we can get some people together. Next thing we know, there's people walking in like families with tickets
Yep.
that we printed at fucking.
Yeah. Our
Staples.
very first price was, I think, $3. It was
$3
$3 a ticket.
yeah.
I would go to any comedy show that was $3.
And we
now,
killed.
Now it's like you got to pay. It's like dinner and comedy, and you got to
Yeah.
pay like $50-$60 to go to
Yeah,
a comedy
man,
show.
we would charge us $7. People would come in, and what happened was, I remember we're at the Cultural Center. We didn't know what to expect. We were like, people started coming in, and I'm like, it's not enough people yet. I'm freaking out. Me and him are like, we gotta host this whole thing. We're supposed to perform Fall River Rap. We got
Yeah, you guys
cameras.
were
God.
singing.
We
right?
were
Yeah.
rapping.
A
at
legitimate song.
Exactly. And Justin, you know,
Like your joke. No one knows their fucking name for some reason.
Shut up, Corey.
you know, I'm very not hip hop.
Get out.
What do you mean?
This guy.
Yeah, what up, cuz?
Yeah.
You mad
And
gangster,
this-
son?
This guy makes me go out there and perform Fall River Rap with
Oh,
them,
that's right.
and
You
I'm
had
like,
to rap.
Scott, you got to be fucking kidding me.
But we did it
We did it,
We did it.
and I did it.
with wireless mics.
Yeah, and it was like a packed house too. That was like the 300
That's what
something
350.
show.
I was
yeah.
gonna say. So we're seeing people like, I don't know enough people. We went to like the bathroom or something, or we went somewhere, and then we come out and we look, and there's a line out the door
Yep.
of people we don't know, and I was like, bro, this is it.
Yeah.
Like, this is fucking.
Yeah.
We got a show we got to do. And we had tables of people, bro. And then like part of the reason you didn't do well is because half the people were already drunk, couldn't hear
Yeah,
you.
that's why.
cool.
You drunk assholes.
It was during intermission. We were returning from intermission, and then you decided
It
decided.
wasn't my brilliant
Well,
material.
we were like, go on, Justin, you're next. And everyone's like, blah blah blah. Yeah, you want me to buy you a drink? Yeah, I'll buy you buy
Just
me a
like,
drink.
hey, did you hear about the airplane food?
Comedy, right, guys? Shut the fuck up. Yeah, at that point, people,
Nobody gave a fuck.
people are trying to get laid. Like, I can hear the pickup lines in the audience.
Well,
I mean,
mid joke. Mid joke, you can
Yeah,
hear other
yeah.
people's pickup lines.
You want to get out of here? Or
Yeah,
what?
get the fuck out. This guy sucks. No. Oh, is this guy got a mustache? What a loser. No, you didn't have a
I
mustache.
didn't have a mustache.
Hey,
at the time.
hey, what was the story? Didn't we go to a like an event at Colesville Center and like we had to do stand up?
Yeah. Oh man. Now this is funny.
I forget.
It was there was a band, Day Old Funk.
Yep, shout
Aaron,
out. Oh,
Jesse,
yeah.
Todd,
Yep.
and the Beat Machine.
Yep.
And they were like, "Hey guys, you want to do a few minutes of stand up to open up our album release party?"
I'm like,
Now we walked in. and It's like,
Well,
shit. This
they-
is all Day Old Funk's
they-
family.
They asked you that like right now. You want to do
Yes.
stand up? Jesus.
yeah, didn't
Yeah.
we? We didn't have. Did we have?
It was maybe like a week's notice.
All right. All right.
But you and I did not take it seriously.
Yeah.
We were like, oh, they're not gonna expect much. Let's
Day
just
old
go.
funk. I
So-
throw a couple baby jokes over here.
We have way too many drinks, and then we tell our jokes. I said I had a joke where what do you get when you mix?
By the way, the crowd here is all 40 plus, families, just normal,
yeah,
regular.
like kids,
Like little kids.
women and children,
Yeah.
like adults that have no interest in
like
what
an
we
after
do.
wedding party you would expect. Like,
Basically.
Right.
So one of my jokes was, what do you get when you mix Dale Funk with Magic Johnson? Band-Aids. And there was a lady rolling a kid in a wheelchair in the front row. Was like,
No.
boo,
No, did
that's
that
a
happen?
bad joke.
that was, wait, is that real?
Yeah.
That's real.
Jesus Christ.
And I was
Now-
in the background going, got him!
Yeah.
Good joke, Joe!
Oh,
Now, I'm pretty sure
no.
you bombed too, right?
Absolutely. I actually don't remember any of it, which means I definitely bombed and like somehow rejected it out of my brain because I don't remember any of it.
For me, see, times like those are hilarious to me. The fact that I got booed by a woman rolling a child in a wheelchair was priceless.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Now, speaking of wheelchairs, we have another
Oh man,
incident
This was awesome.
where Scott, it was our friend's birthday party, and you know Brad, Ridiculous.
Yes.
He
Shout
was
out Ridiculous. the
Ridiculous. He's produced a lot of our music. We do music videos, if people, in case people don't know. So this is like a buffet birthday party.
We're at the Amvets.
At the
by the way.
Amvets in Somerset, I think.
So you know what the Amvets looks like, right? It's
Looks like an Elks Club.
like an Elks Club,
Like a
very
VFW vibe.
VFW vibe.
Correct.
Literally VFW. So we're at this party, and Brad has this problem. Shout out Ridiculous. I love him, but he's got this problem where he thinks no matter where he is, he's at like New York City.
like a
Times Square.
crowded spot.
Like in his head, he's like, this is the joint, right? So he's like, we're going to perform at Tabitha's birthday. You know what I mean? So he's got his buddy there. He's rapping or whatever. And I'm like, I already know where this is going. I know Brad's going to look for me and be like, Scotty, get up here, dude. We're performing for it. Or whatever the fuck we were going to do.
So Scott's already preparing his hiding spot for when Brad calls him up. He's nowhere to be found.
So Brad goes on stage, which isn't a stage. It's just a fucking dance floor.
Yeah.
Okay? But to Brad, he's on stage. You know what I mean? I'm already near the bar behind a sofa, hiding.
Right.
Literally like this. Like down like that. And I'm like, guys, they're like, what are you hiding for? I'm like, he's going to ask me to. And he's like, where my man Scott at, bro? And I'm like, listen to me. There's like 14 old people here. I'm like, bro, I can't go up and perform.
I'm at the bar drinking, and I actually know where Scott's hiding. I'm just like, yeah.
So he says, he's like, yo, Scotty, get up here, man. And I hid the whole time, but I saw this. He was like, fuck it. And he was rapping. He's singing and rapping. And this is what I saw. It's him. He's like rapping and like he's at a big show. And all of a sudden, like right in front of him on the dance floor is this person with a fucking wheelchair. Just wheels right by him.
Again
to
with the wheelchair.
to the buffet and just like getting meatballs.
So picture Brad, like hip hop show,
Yeah.
like backwards hat, and then as he's performing this hardcore rap, there's this guy rolling
squeaking
across.
of the wheels.
And it's one of those joystick ones where they
all right.
go slowly forward.
It was just like, this is where I'm
Yeah.
at. This is where
We
I've made
realized
it.
where we were.
And,
And,
Brad,
it was,
and Brad said, "Hip hop will make you jump, jump," and that guy's like, "Come on, I'm paralyzed from
I-
the waist down,
I am
Brad.
unable
That's fucked
to.
up."
This
Yeah.
potato salad's fantastic, though.
yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Jeff, you want to put the camera on them? I'm gonna get some wine.
So yeah, that was kind of a good wake up call to say like, Scott, this is where you are in life. Like out of all the comedy you've
At a
done,
DFW hiding under the bar.
yeah. While your friend
As your
raps in
white
front
friend
of
is rapping.
some old guy, getting like meatballs. It was rough, man. It was rough. But we did have some good shows in the past. Like I said, the Sky Lounge ones. You remember those?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I was nervous as shit during those shows because we're not professionals, man. We just like dudes who I like to say we're funny. You know what I mean? And
we wrangle up some butthole jokes every once in a while. But
give him your
all
wine,
right,
dog. But we went out there and the Sky Lounge was packed with people, dude. And I'm like, I'm about to go on stage with a 10-minute set that I don't even know if it works, and it better,
And
every-
it did.
It did.
went
They all did
quite
We-
well.
We did awesome. Me and Joe did skits to open it up. You guys did, and then we also
It was
roast-
like a variety show.
It was more like that. It wasn't like a stand-up show. It was a fucking Everybody had a blast, dude. And I miss those days, not gonna lie. But I personally don't like doing stand-up anymore. Like I don't like it. I don't know about you, Joe, but I can't. I don't. The thing with stand-up is you got to be consistently wanting to be on stage every night.
I'll be honest with you. There's a friend of ours who would be open to try it if I did it, and if it would get him trying stand-up, I would do
We
5
can't-
minutes at the Comedy Connection. Like I don't fear getting up there and bombing, or
No, me either.
I would like to have like decent enough jokes where I can get up there.
Wait,
and
who
be
is? Can we say who
semi-funny.
this person is who wants to do stand-up?
Our friend Pete.
Oh, he does.
Mr. Daly has always wanted to try either improv or I think he could do stand-up.
I do, too.
If he did the like jokes that were his personality, because we laugh our asses off. I think if he did the right jokes, he'd be great.
I didn't know this, dude. I would absolutely go with you guys to do a Sunday night
Yeah,
mic if they
and
still do those. At
This is
Comedy
one of
Con.
those things, though, where it's all talk. We'll go to the bar, we'll get drunk, and that's what we'll talk about, and then it'll never happen.
I would definitely do that with Pete. I'd like
Oh
to
yeah,
see
I
Pete on
can
stage.
definitely see Pete up there.
Oh
Yeah.
God, yeah, right. Like you've met Pete, you've hung out with Pete. He has this interesting sense of humor. It's not just your regular bullshit.
Very
comedy.
dry, very deadpan,
Correct.
very Norm Macdonald
Yep.
esque.
Yes.
Yep. I think the only thing stopping him is I think just like anyone else, it freaks him out, like doing actual stand up in front of a crowd. You're alone on that
fucking nuts,
stage
yeah.
by yourself, and you have,
It's nerve
however,
wracking.
even if it's 10 people in the crowd.
You're telling
it
your
sucks.
abortion jokes, and you just feel like
It's nerve wracking. It is.
people are trying to generate sounds just so there's something.
Yeah.
Because there's not laughs.
Yep.
Yeah, it's tough. And like I said, I've pretty much been bipolar, so it's like I can't. I'll be like, I don't want to do stand up because I don't know how I'm gonna feel Friday night. Friday night, I might want to just be home and play video games. You know what I mean? It's a tough thing to constantly be on stage, constantly doing the same
Yeah.
material, testing out new material. Fuck all that.
That's why I give
It's a
those
grind.
guys credit. Like Rob Green has, he tried stand up like before our first show, but I remember we invited him to do our first comedy show with us. I don't know if I think he might have hosted.
He did a couple. I think
He hosted. He had some solid one-liners, but he's been doing it since then. Like,
he's probably been on stage over 1,000 times.
yeah, he does all sorts of shows.
That's
He
I'd say
hosts.
probably about that.
That's fucking unbelievable.
Yeah, I give guys like that credit. Even Corey hung in there for a while, and then he got to a point where he's like, I'm sick of this.
Yeah, am I gonna be on Comedy Central? Or am I gonna have to get a job? Like, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
I don't know if that was. I think it was just he was married and the wife was like,
Yeah.
you never home, and then he was working 2 jobs and then
It's
doing
tough.
stand-up.
You
But
gotta
like
dedicate
right
yourself.
now, though, would he jump back into it? You think?
I don't know. You know what?
Because he's a fucking beast on the microphone,
I
man.
think
Yeah. He was. I would go. At first, we went to all his shows too.
I don't
We
think
were
it
like-
would take much prodding. I'll say that.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
that's my personal theory. I don't know how.
Shit, so we
He's
gotta
probably gonna.
we gotta
get
rack
back
up
in
Pete.
there, and- Yeah.
we gotta rack up Corey. Gotta
Corey.
rack up Justin. Go to
This
Comedy
Sunday
Connection.
at the nearest
Maybe-
VFW.
Maybe even Jeff will think about it.
The whatever.
Jeff's got
Bros.
some great jokes. That's total sarcasm. Jeff's jokes, they're a little too dry. They're so dry that they peel.
Yeah,
it's rough.
yeah.
It's rough.
They need lotion.
They flake.
We gotta get him a mic next time too. We're gonna get adapters,
Yeah,
right?
we
Right?
got.
Right?
We had
Adapters?
him this shitty USB mic. And that in no way is disrespectful towards Jeff. Okay, we just happened to only get a 3-pack in that little case, and we're not excluding him. We told him, hey, if you want to talk, go right near the camera and shout into the camera speaker.
Absolutely, because Jeff is a big part of why this is here right now. I don't think we'd be doing this
Yeah,
without him setting
he
this shit up.
definitely he helped me out with all the purchases, like for the mixer and the mics, and Scotty got the headphones. But as far as plugging everything in, we're like, duh.
Yeah,
For,
this-
for software specialists, we're really not that IT like.
Definitely not. And
Hey.
Justin, tell me when you didn't walk in here, you were like, damn.
It's nice.
This took a lot of effort, a lot of money, a lot of effort, and this is why if it was easy, everybody would have their own podcast. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I'm glad we finally fucking did it though, because now this is here forever.
Correct.
Taj Mahal, basement of China Royal.
Basement of China Royal, 7 stories down. It's kind of like the Pentagon in
Yeah.
that way.
And let's be honest, it's less stabby than our last location. That's all I'm gonna say.
I don't know what you're talking
Less stabby.
To be honest, stabbing was the last thing on my mind, and that not the last thing, maybe the second thing on my mind. The first thing was the lack of parking.
yeah, I had to park at fucking Mr. Chickens to get over there. Yeah. Well, I want to say too, we're talking about what the VFW and all that shit. Dude, what's St. John's Club? What is that? Is that in Fall River?
Yeah.
Because
St. John's,
you know what
yeah.
happened there today?
No.
two girls went in, two ladies, and one of the fucking scumbag ladies stole a cancer.
Oh
sleeve.
yeah, cancer money. Yeah,
Cancer.
I did hear about
took
that.
the whole sleeve, and there's a picture of her. If you look at Fall River Scanner Talk, I think it is, you can see her picture. If anybody knows who this shitbag is, let them know, because apparently she took the whole fucking thing.
Yep.
Classic move.
Unbelievable. Like, not a
Now
dollar.
is she on camera or anything?
She is.
And
but
it's blurry as shit, right?
blurry. It's
yeah.
tough. Like, I feel like if you know the person, you could probably be like, ooh, I think that's her.
Yep. You know what I've always wanted as a podcast? To be responsible for catching someone like
love
that.
it, yeah.
How cool would that be? Even like the people who post the door front.
Oh, people,
Uh,
everybody stealing Amazon box?
Porch
Yeah.
pirates.
Oh, porch pirates.
Man, that would drive me up a wall. Like, I don't have a camera outside of my spot. It's probably a bad idea that I said that, because now every time I get packages, they're going to get stolen.
Nah, nobody knows where you live. They just know where I live.
But
Some kid was out here the other day who was like, yo, you're Scotty, right? From the videos? I'm
you're like, no. I
oh,
swear
that's
no.
someone else. He lives in Somerset. Get
Fame
outta
is
there.
a prison.
But yeah, so I guess someone did this. If you know who it is, go on. Check it out. Go on the Fall River, Scanner Talk. I think.
Yeah,
it is.
Fall River Reporter, I think,
Yeah.
reported on it as well. But it sucks because the pictures, it's not
It's
clear.
tough. Yeah.
This woman, blurry, looks like about 7,500 other Fall River chicks with
You
pajama
blurry
pants
cunt.
yeah.
and Crocs or whatever the hell she's
Dude,
wearing.
what would you do, bro, if you saw someone like taking some no, I'm sorry. You set a camera up, right?
Yeah.
And somebody takes like a Christmas gift that you got.
Okay.
You ordered it.
I know my answer because I've had this fantasy before.
Yeah.
And you
So-
know who it is. Like, you see it and you're like,
Yeah.
it's not a friend, but it's somebody like you know.
I have been robbed, not on the porch, but just my car a bunch, like in front of my place.
He brought the lot in his
yeah,
car.
dude, yeah. If you leave anything, you know how it is in Fall River. You leave
Justin
anything,
doesn't leave his phone right around the center console on, playing music.
yeah.
How
Anyway,
fun would it be to catch someone in the act?
dude, all my life I've dreamed of that.
Same.
Because you've grown up in the city, both of you guys. You've had bikes stolen, I'm sure, as a kid on Halloween.
Scotty did.
Mhm.
All throughout my life, I've been robbed and robbed and robbed. Never once have I caught the fucking person in the act.
Or never even know. Did you? Yeah, but you find out who it is and shit, right?
No, never.
Never.
Never once.
I left. Now, this is in the Highlands. Nice neighborhood. I think it was on Stewart Street. My car was in a driveway.
Mm.
I get in the morning into my car, and all of my coins are missing.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
this happens a lot. The old, I'm going to steal all the dimes and nickels and leave all the pennies.
Your door was open. I'm guessing it was unlocked.
It was unlocked,
Usually they
which is, it's stupid. I never do that.
Yeah. Because what
But-
they do is they go through every
Yep.
door at night and just try to. They don't probably break nothing, but they try to open every door.
Yep. Now, if they stole like a GPS or something more expensive, I would have been pissed. But it's the fucking coins. We use that to like throw into the tire pressure machine and pump our tire. Like, what do we really use like dimes and quarters for? So that didn't upset me that much. What upset me was that this fucking hobo was just hanging out in my car, like taking my shit.
Rubbing
Yeah.
his grimy
Imagine-
mitts
Yeah.
all
Exactly.
over
The car
the
you
place.
Imagine
bought.
if I just happened to get up at that exact time, taking a piss.
Can you
look
imagine
out
seeing
the
some
window,
fucking dude
and I see this dude.
bending over
First
in
of
your
all,
car?
Do you see
Jacking
what?
off in there. Just jacking
And then I
away.
watch him inside and also jerk off.
Be like, we're doing this together. No, but I hear you. Like, dude, tell me you wouldn't want to see, or if you saw the face of a person stealing an Amazon package, you wouldn't be like, bro. I would snap. Like,
Yep.
I'd find out where they are. Just go.
Now,
and just
what
flip.
if this was a monster?
Like the boogeyman?
No,
Like a
like,
real
no,
monster?
like the Cookie
Like
Monster.
Bigfoot? No, I've thought about this.
It's
really,
tough. It's tough.
What do you do if it's
All right.
it's
like
a
he's
beast?
thugged out too.
All
Yeah,
I've
like-
thought about this.
You just take the
too-
loss.
Yeah, I think you
No,
take the loss.
No.
He's on the camera. He's like, chitty chitty bang bang, bitch, come get me. I got your gifts. Son.
Exactly.
I've thought about this too much because I've been robbed too many times from my car, and I've thought about it. And this is impossible for me to do because I can't get access to the explosives that I need. But if I could,
The explosives.
this would
You would
be.
set a bomb.
Yeah. Well, listen.
We
He's
got a
got this all
terrorist
mapped
on the
out.
show.
I get it all planned out.
You've heard of George Zimmerman, right?
You take an electronic device like a GPS, and I've had that robbed from
Mm.
me, or an iPod.
I know
I've
where
had
he's
that-
going.
and I've had that robbed, or a cell phone, which I've also had stolen from me. And you open it up beforehand. You take out the guts of the device. You pack it with C4. You put it back together. You leave it on your passenger seat. You wait in your house.
So now you're baiting someone.
you're baiting someone.
Okay.
They don't have to take it.
All right.
I'm not. Hey, I'm not twisting any arms.
This is like the cops who leave the bike outside and
Yeah.
just wait for this poor bastard to be like,
This
I'll take a
seems
bike.
excessive.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a show Bait Car where they kind of
Yes, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
This is bait like explosive. But you wait in your attic window
Yep.
with the detonator, and then they steal your GPS, whatever it is, packed with C4. You let them get a comfortable distance away from your home,
Blow them to
and you
smithereens.
blow them to pieces.
Dude, do you ever think-
Yes. And in Florida, they would not convict me. They'd throw me a fucking parade.
Did you ever think like maybe give
Take
him
that, libtards.
give him one chance, like, hey, you just robbed me, to see if he'd do the right thing?
Like
And-
a little bit of C4. Like so, it's just
No.
It burns them. a
No,
little bit.
way more C4. But I'm saying before you blow him up with the detonator,
Yeah.
come out and give him a chance and be like, hey, you just robbed me. Could you give me that back? If he gives you it back, he lives.
No, because they're running at that point, and they're stabbing. They're
That's
running
like,
and they're
this
stabbing.
reminds me of a villain
Yeah.
from Die Hard. You're watching with binoculars as this man walks away, and then you press the button. Actually, no, there's a lid on the button.
Where are
You
my
flip-
detonators?
You flip the lid.
Joe, you mispronounced hero. Just want to point that out.
Yeah,
But,
that sucks. It's-
Can we kill these people?
I
Let's
know.
get down to brass tacks. They're
Dude.
stealing shit off people's porches, and this year was like the high. No, I'm sorry. Last Christmas it reached its zenith, and this year is projected to be even more because in mass they've stolen already a record number of packages. So like, can we beat these people almost
yeah,
to
this
death?
is
at
crazy,
least?
dude.
I do think a lot of them get caught.
Yeah, because people have like kind of.
If you have like the Nest, a lot of people have like Nest cameras or just just to see.
it's such a nasty thing.
And you can talk into them now. You can actually speak to a person if you catch them in the act, because those are motion activated always.
Oh, so your phone would light up if you're at work or something. You
Correct.
can see it and be like,
Now-
hey, that's my
but
Yeah,
now-
you can be like, hey, step away.
that's my cooking set for my mom I got.
And there's commercials where people are talking into it like, I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Oh,
and then the robber runs away. In reality, they would be like,
yeah. They
oh,
would.
man. Jeff, how we looking? At the, I don't want to say, yeah, it's about the halfway point. We sound okay? We look okay?
Jeff's on Spankwire. I can see his monitor.
He's
Hey, we
jacking
gotta
off.
thank Jeff though because
That's
he's
Scott's computer, too. And you're
he's
jerking
he's
off.
sitting there flipping between camera to camera.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's a shitty job. So
Jack-
I'm
It is.
glad that you're doing that.
Jacking
It's not a pain
away.
in the ass to
We
do
just
that.
need to create a robot that will just go. One camera, two camera.
Well, there's a little bit more artistry.
Yeah,
Yeah, we gotta.
we appreciate it.
Yeah, it's huge because we gotta figure something out. If
Yeah.
he's not here.
Exactly.
We'll all be in
I
the
kind
same
of feel bad that he doesn't have a mic. I love when Jeff contributes.
I know we need to get
Because
him
whenever I run out of something to talk about or it gets stale, I'm just like, so Jeff, what'd you do last night?
then we make fun of him.
He's got a hot voice.
He does. It's deeper than all
He's
of
got a
us.
deep, yeah.
Especially mine. I'm
Oh,
like,
dude, no, especially mine.
Yeah.
I feel like I have the highest pitched.
oh, no.
You always feel like you're more of a bitch than you are. I mean, you are a bitch.
I
Yeah.
know.
You
that's
gotta
what
get
I'm
that
saying.
confidence
Yeah,
up.
That's my point.
Hey, you went to Thailand, right? I asked because my cousin's there right now. He just left for like 2 weeks. He's in there for 3 days. You went to Thailand, right?
It's everything that you've heard the rumors about.
Which is, I know, this is all I know. And I remember you saying there's a bunch of really attractive ladyboys, transsexuals that you'd never know were.
Oh, that's like one of.
That's why I kept telling him. I'm like, Josh, bro, be careful because I heard these chicks look like chicks, but they got dicks.
Right.
And be careful because you'll be. And I can't. We talked about this. Like, you could possibly mess around with the girl. She brings you into a dark room. You bend her over. She just takes your dick, shoves it in her ass, and you think you're just banging a girl in the butt when really you're banging. Right? That could happen.
Well, not to me. If that's what you're implying. No.
I mean,
I've
you're-
never have done that.
I'm just saying that could happen, right? That shit could happen. But yeah, you went there. What was that like, dude?
Well, yeah. So Thailand, right? First of all, my favorite country in the world. That includes America, because I landed there. This is after 3 months of India, which is.
Oh, you went to India for 3 months?
I went to India for 3 months, and and Thailand's kind of not too far. It's like a 3-hour flight away from India.
Why did you go for
And
3
they're
months?
both pretty underdeveloped, right?
India,
Compared
yes.
to the
India,
US.
absolutely, yes. They have the old dead baby scam, which I've told before.
Yeah, that was amazing.
But Thailand is like it's developing. It's very clean. I would not call it it's definitely not a third world country.
Was that the one where the girl was shooting ping pong balls out
Yes.
of her
Okay.
vagina?
So that was my point. Dude, me and my buddy land in Bangkok airport.
Yep, that's where he ended up. Yep.
We take a bus to just bring us to the main section where we can get a hotel or hostel, whatever. We get off the bus, and the first thing a Thai person says to us is, "Ping pong, pussy, banana show." We said, "What?" Because he's got a bit of an accent.
That sounds
Absolutely.
amazing.
Yeah. I thought all right, I'm jet lagged. I'm sleep deprived. There's no way he
I
said
just heard that.
what I thought he said. And I said, excuse me? He said, ping pong pussy banana show. And I looked at my buddy.
How much?
I looked at my buddy. I think it was probably the second question. And I looked at my buddy Josh, and it was like, yeah, let's fucking.
Take my money.
How do you say no to the
Exactly.
ping pong pussy banana show?
I don't know how much it is. Here's $50.
Yeah, it was
Totally
it was
worth
like,
it.
by the way, $7 like U.S. currency.
Yeah, because out there everything is like dirt cheap, right?
It's-
and they look
yeah.
at you, the white man, as like this rich, like entrepreneur. Or the minute you come from the U.S., they're like, this guy's got money. We got to get them in.
Plus,
I
I
would say
mean,
more of an easy mark would be their
Yeah,
take.
plus
on it.
your money there is like right. I
it's
mean,
pennies.
yeah, you're pretty much rich if you go there with a
One
stack of.
U.S. dollar is equal to 12 ping pong pussy banana shows.
There you go. Shit.
That's a lot.
But it was
12?
why were you? I just want to know why were you in India for 3 months, dude? That's
Well,
not a vacation.
I had a buddy, Josh Wood, and for the longest time, he was really into meditation.
Yep.
So there was this guy, Osho, which actually there was,
I know. I've watched Osho on YouTube. Older guy, very spiritual, right?
right. So there was actually a documentary recently on Netflix that was pretty popular called Wild Wild Country. And it kind of
Yeah, missed that
I
one.
didn't know this at the time.
You didn't get around to that
listen,
one.
This was huge.
All right.
I watch Armageddon like every time I turn on Netflix.
Anyway, it was like
Go on.
the guy kind of like he eventually moved to the U.S. He started a cult in Oregon. They used biological warfare to win a political election down there. You guys don't remember this? It was big news.
Nope.
Anyway, my buddy was
like
really
where
into
this
him.
is going.
I didn't know about this at the time. The murder and all that.
Yeah.
So he had an ashram in India. That's basically where you go, like a meditation center. And he was always like, I really want to go to India. And I was like, cool, man. Like, yeah, fuck it. I'll go to India. I'll check it out with you.
For 3 months though, you were like, yeah, fuck it.
3 months, yeah, because, I mean,
Wow.
it's like we just kind of had, like, we're like, we'll go to this ashram.
It's just crazy how you do that. I give you credit because for you to say that, like that's like someone saying to me, you want to go to Florida for 3 days. I'd be like, all right, I guess so. If someone was like, you want to go to India for 3 months? I'm like, oh, I want to change my life for fucking
Yeah.
3 months, guy. Like,
And you can't exactly take 3 months off of vacation from work.
no.
Yeah,
I,
you got to kind of quit your job. That's,
Yeah.
that's, what,
That's it.
that's what sucks about long-term travel. You
Yeah.
can just quit your job.
I mean, honestly, though,
essentially.
kudos to you to doing that. That's fucking nuts, dude. Like,
That's something you'd have to do between jobs. Like if you're planning on quitting, you have money saved up.
yeah.
That's when you do that road trip, or in your case, just
You
Yeah,
basically just
well,
live there.
that's the move because otherwise you end up saying for your whole life, like, yeah, I'm gonna go to such and such place when I quit this job and go to that job. Well, first of all, it's gonna take you 10 years longer to quit the job that you hate that you
Yep.
thought.
yeah.
I'm going on 11 now.
yeah. Oh yeah, I'm a decade in
yeah. I hear you.
myself, but then you're like, well, I got the new job and like I can't quit the old job without the new job. It's like, you know what? Sometimes you're just gonna say fuck it
Yeah.
and go.
And that's why I give you props for doing that. That's not easy.
Anyway, ping pong pussy banana show. The
Yes.
important thing here.
Yeah.
So it was everything you ever dreamed of.
Well, I mean, I never dreamed of a ping pong pussy banana show. It just kind of fell into my lap. But we were like, all right, great, take us there. So he took us on what's called a tuk-tuk, which is a motorcycle with like
Ooh, a
a
tuk-tuk.
large basket attached. And he takes us to this club, and it wasn't even, the strip club's kind of hot and sexy. But this was not that. It was more of like a magic show involving vaginas.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So
So, it was
it-
way more creative than just.
It was
girls
impressive.
It didn't have like the darkness and like sexual feel as a strip joint
it
would.
wasn't-
Because
it
what I'm
wasn't-
picturing is, I'm picturing like darkness, like maybe a couple of lamps. I'm not picturing like this children's magic show. Is that what you're telling me?
It
Like
was-
everything was colorful and happy.
It was exactly a child's magic show plus pussies for like literally.
tripping.
Plus,
Magic show for adults.
Dude, you know the when the magician he pulls the endless handkerchief
yeah.
out of his sleeve. He's
Did
like,
that out of a
That
"What
party.
was this?" They did that out of a vagina.
Jesus.
So it's an adult magic show. That sounds fucking awesome.
It
They
does.
shot darts out of their vaginas and popped helium balloons. Like I would say,
Hit with the darts.
at least let's say 6 yards away. But with a
Holy
vagina, that's impressive.
Yes. So they were just like, wow, I didn't know vaginas could even do that.
Shooting ping pong balls. They were beer pong with the vagina, so shooting and landing in the cups.
I wouldn't. I'd be like, am I horny
And
or
they were-
just amazed right
It
now?
was,
I don't
it
know.
was a lot of confused
Yeah.
feelings.
They were they were good at it though. Were they hitting most of the cups? Did they miss?
Nail it. 90% accuracy.
Oh my
no,
god.
No exaggeration.
Jesus.
Like I
That's
said,
fucking nuts.
That's
What?
like Stockton at the free throw line.
Yeah.
That's the consistency of John
You
Stockton.
imagine that you had to play against a girl and she was shooting out of pussy and she beat you in beer
And she-
pong? I'd be like, Jesus.
And she keeps saying, Kobe.
Kobe. Swish. Heating up.
That's fucking cool, man.
Yeah, literally one Thai prostitute, hooker, I don't know what, was holding a helium balloon, so it's floating, and another was on her back and shot a dart out of her pussy and popped the balloon from 7-8 yards away.
That's fucking. Now, was there any sex involved in any of this after? Like, was these
Yeah,
girls?
there was a halftime. Like, during halftime, a guy and a girl came out,
Blowjob
naked.
halftime.
Completely naked,
A
both.
guy and a girl came out and completely naked, and the guy, he must have eaten boner pills or something because he had a hard on like from the jump. They kind of danced around and literally fucked like
As a dance.
as a dance. Like he turned her upside down, like he fucked her in all these crazy positions. While,
Oh
like,
my
spinning
God.
So
around,
again,
like,
you're like conflicted. Like, I'm kind of horny, but I'm kind of just like amazed at what's going on here.
Yeah. Like, you're amazed. You're watching in awe. Now, what are the regulars doing there?
And I got a beer and they're just like,
Yeah. Are they,
turn her
watching,
over
are they
again.
watching all sweaty and, like, turned on? Like, what
You
are
know what?
the town people doing?
you know, the locals
This is Bangkok.
who see this shit every day.
Yeah, I want to talk to the locals.
Mika hit 6 cups today with a ping pong pussy. It was crazy.
Well, this is Bangkok, so the locals, I think, stir like far away from this place. It's just they get enough people coming and going out of Bangkok, and they get in with the old ping pong pussy banana line, which I fell for.
Yeah. Who
So
wouldn't?
everyone there is just like new to Bangkok, I think.
Yeah.
So everyone in the audience was just kind of like,
Okay, so it's mostly tourists.
"This is
yeah.
incredible." Yeah.
Wow, bro. That's nuts. I hope my cousin goes to one of those things. That's cool.
I am jealous that you got that experience. I would never want to travel that long to a country, though. Like, I don't even have a fear of flying. I just wouldn't want to be on an airplane for how many hours is it? 16?
I'm sorry. One more thing. Ping pong pussy banana. A woman. I would be remiss if I didn't mention this. A woman ate a banana with her pussy.
Oh,
How
like
does
with
that-
the lips?
Like,
Well-
chewed it?
Do you know what a Kegel is? Where like a woman can kind of flex her. whole-
Clench your vagina?
Yeah.
She took a banana, did a sexy
Kegel.
dance, peeled the banana
With
Wow.
what? With
And-
her hands?
with her hands,
All
and
right.
then ate the banana with her
Vagina.
Now, ate it
By-
whole
by
or
contractions.
oh, so it chewed the banana.
The
It chewed
vagina
it.
ate the banana.
I'd be like,
Jesus.
I think it's time to go.
Now, not to get too detailed here, but
She was young, dumb, and full of potassium.
how did they look? Were they disgusting? Were they, you know what I mean?
You know, you've watched boxing. I would like
I like where this is going. Yeah.
3-4 rounds when they sit the guy on the stool.
Yeah.
Like he's not like
Oh, so
It's
three.
not-
So you're saying 3 or 4 boxing rounds? What the face looks like?
yeah. So it's not like round 10 or 11 or
So
12.
it's not exactly cut me open, Mick. But it's
Right,
like,
right.
oh, I'm bruised up.
There's
Drago's gonna win, I think.
Yeah.
At that point, yeah.
They're swelling at that point.
Oh,
They're-
my
God.
yeah. They're applying the Answell on the.
Well, since
there
they're
there
doing all
have
those-
to be some
yeah.
miles and some workouts that they do to
Muscles.
be able to do that, like
Oh,
to shoot
absolutely.
ping pong balls,
And
to
there are-
eat bananas.
Yeah.
There are. We've seen it years ago. There was a thing on like viral videos of girls doing like vagina workouts.
Oh, they had viruses.
Yeah.
They were viral.
Believe you me.
Oh, they went viral, all right.
That's nuts, dude. I also wrote down here. I
That's
don't know
my
why.
pharmacist.
This is funny. I wrote down a bunch of shit to talk about, and one random thing just says, "When I die, I want my body to just be thrown in the jungle." I don't know why I wrote that.
I read that earlier, and I'm like,
Thrown like your body whole. You don't even want it like burnt, and just
That's what I was thinking. So here's the thing, man. I was listening to something about like how the world works, where like your body goes into, like, say you put me in the jungle, my dead body.
yeah.
Animals are going to eat that. That energy goes into the animal, and then that animal dies, and eventually that my energy goes into the ground. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or if you burn me up,
Speech to Simba in The Lion King.
Yeah. Exactly. This was a quote from the Lion
I
King.
don't know if
eh?
anyone heard that, but Jeff said it's like Mufasa's speech to Simba, in The Lion King.
right? There's some
That's the
validity there.
That's the circle of life, Simba.
I feel like I want my body to go into the earth. You know what I mean? I don't
Yeah.
want it in a casket.
But you want it to go into the earth whole. Like,
yeah, yeah. Like
well, someone
what-
just dropped my corpse in a jungle.
I don't
That
want.
might scare the koalas or whatever the hell's
Yeah.
living there.
I don't
After
wanna
this
s-
show.
I don't want a service. I just like nothing like that. Just throw my
No,
body,
Yeah, I
Or-
know. I
or even into the water or something. Do you know what I'm?
Yeah,
Is it
no,
making sense what I'm saying?
I 100% feel you on this. It's green burials is a thing now. It's a whole movement where I've always been disturbed by this. You go to a funeral,
Yeah.
and the guy in the casket or the girl, they've been like plasticized, like they've sucked all their
yeah.
fluids out, they've removed their organs, and they've put formaldehyde
It
essentially.
looks less than a
Like-
corpse. It looks
Yeah,
like a
you look
mannequin doll, a
Looks
porcelain doll.
terrible. Every wake you've gone to, it's
It's like
kinda
I'm like, well,
"Ugh,
this
is
isn't my
creepy.
This isn't my grandfather.
Yeah.
Right.
What is this? I don't. And I know that, like, let's go back hundreds of years before we had any technology. If you died of natural causes. They buried you in the ground, and your no box, by the way. You're not in a box. You know what I'm saying? They bury you in the ground, and then all your energy, this is scientifically proven, goes into the earth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
all your nutrients, like your
Becomes part of the grass.
Yeah.
The fucking rabbits eat the grass. Now you're still. It's almost like a reincarnation type thing. I mean,
Right.
scientifically, you are still part of something.
Yep.
Where if you go in a box or you get burnt up, that's it. None of your
Yeah, you're not even a part of the earth.
Yeah, none of your and I'm just talking about this energy, not the soul. You know what I'm
Unless,
saying?
yeah,
Right.
but like, what if you are burnt and your ashes?
That's what I
are
thought.
put in there? Because ashes and stuff that you burn is good for the soil.
Okay, right. So all right, so that's my other thing. If I do get burnt and you do put my ashes in either jungle or water, is that am I gonna be part of the earth? I just want to because I'm gonna write this shit in my will. I want to make sure I get this right.
Well,
I'm putting his just body in the Freetown State Forest, and that's it. That's the closest jungle.
Dude, one bear will look at me and be like, fuck that guy's from Fall River. I'm not touching that.
Yeah,
Nobody.
the smell alone is going to turn that.
I'm
bear
throwing him
away.
off Profile Rock. I'm just gonna be like, ugh.
Bear's gonna be like, dude, how many cigarettes did this guy smoke his whole? Oh, speaking of that, by the way, what's going on with this Newport thing, this menthol thing?
I don't know
What do you
anything
mean?
about
All
it
right,
until
so-
right now.
All right,
Me
you didn't
neither.
hear about menthol?
I mean, I heard about them cutting off like certain vape pens and shit,
You
but
didn't hear about the menthol cigarettes?
no.
There's going to be a bill passed where you can't buy menthol cigarettes in Massachusetts anymore. And it stemmed from the whole Juul pod thing.
Yeah, people like getting sick and dying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess they said because kids, that's my heat. Not bad, huh? I mean, Taj Mahal heat we got here.
Oh,
China Royal heat. It still
Back-
works.
7 stories
back
down.
in India.
Yeah.
I had to quit my job again.
Well, I guess what I read is basically they want to stop kids, and I get this, they want to stop kids from trying stuff, and they say majority of kids who smoke try menthol cigarettes. It's so fucking dumb. But all I can think of is if they outlaw menthol cigarettes, I'm heading up an hour and a half to Pelham, New Hampshire, gonna get like 5-10 cartons and sell them.
Can I say this?
So you're
Why are these kids our problem?
I know.
Beat your kids, and tell them not to smoke cigarettes. Because now Scott's gonna drive to fucking
You looked around for his like, which camera is it?
yeah. Meet me on camera too. Physically abuse your children. Because now Scott's gonna drive to fucking Pelham, New Hampshire. Is
Yeah.
it?
We'll make some money though. I don't want to smoke them.
You're gonna sell them.
Yeah.
He's gonna sell Newports on the
Oh.
black market.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you get arrested for selling Newports in Massachusetts, that would be the best joke and podcast topic.
almost
ever.
got arrested coming from New Hampshire.
Correct. And I had this on my page.
Just fucking awesome.
You were almost
Scott
arrested.
Scott was a victim of police brutality.
by a fat Asian
Yeah,
cop.
it was Asian to white
Man.
police
If there's
brutality.
one problem in this country, it's fat Asian cops messing with white
Oh.
people. Am I right?
Jeez.
I was coming from New Hampshire, and the reason I came from New Hampshire is because I bought a taser gun, $350, one of those hardcore ones that the cops have.
Whoa.
They won't ship it to Mass because it's illegal in Mass. So they shipped it to New Hampshire. I got cousins in New Hampshire. I go see them. Long story short, I'm on my way back. I honestly forget about the taser. I'm just driving back like fuck. I'm actually going to meet Joe out for drinks, which, by the way, I'm still not drinking. I only had like a beer or two. But I don't want people thinking I'm drinking because I'm not. As you can see, you guys have one.
He's like a once a month drinker.
Okay.
I'm like, yeah, but 2 beer queer now, definitely. But anyway, so I'm heading down there. I'm on 24 where it turns into 2 lanes. And there's a fucking Mack truck in front of me on the right? So he just turns into my lane, this truck, like really quick. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck was that? So
We're
I go-
talking 18-wheeler here?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
And it was a 2-lane. I don't like that shit. Makes me nervous. I got a truck. I don't want to get fucking run off the road. So as I come to the right, I see why he did that. He moved out of the slow lane because there was a cop in the breakdown lane pulling someone over. It's at night. Now, everybody slows down when they see cops in a breakdown lane. I don't because I'm like, he's already pulling someone over, dude. This is my chance to speed. Fuck it.
Right, yeah, I would think the same.
And I'm just like, well, I'm going to fly by and try to get in front of this truck. So I didn't think nothing of it. 3 minutes later, I see the blue lights. And I'm like, oh, shit, that must have been from when I sped up.
Yeah.
This guy pulls me over, dude. I get around what's it called, exit, and then he pulls me over. This dude is straight infuriated at me, flipping out. He's like, fuck, you almost hit me when you drove by, yelling, screaming. Now, normally I'd be like, I'm very calm, like, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, shit, I got a fucking taser that I just paid for in the center console.
And you're not in the right state to have a taser.
No. And the box for the taser is on the passenger seat, and my hat is over the box. I mean, it's just like this guy's looking for reasons, and he even said to me while he was yelling, "You got any fucking weapons in the car?" And I'm like, "No."
You're like, define
Define weapon.
I'm like, "How about
sir."
this?" But I said no. So he goes back to his cruiser after he's done yelling at me. He didn't even listen to me talk, whatever. And I'm like, "Where the fuck can I hide this taser? Like, these cops know where to look in the truck." You know what I'm saying? So I was thinking about it. I'm like, if he sees my head start, you know what I mean? I was like, I'm just gonna
See,
sit here.
that was a bold move because it's a risk. Because if he decides that if he figures out you're lying, what can he do? I don't know.
See, they're not supposed to be able to search your car, but cops are cops. They can do.
They
what the
can do
fuck
whatever they want.
If he wanted to pull me up.
If he asked me, I don't know how I would have responded.
Oh, I definitely was going with no.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100% no. I was not saying yeah. I was saying no. And he asked me if I had any drinks. Luckily, like I said, I don't drink anymore, so I hadn't drank anything. And he's like, "You have any drinks?" I quit drinking. So he was looking for a reason for me to punch me in the face.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was giving me he goes, "You never heard of the move over law? You're telling me you've been driving 15 fucking years." And the big fat Asian cop too. And I'm like, "Wow, your voice doesn't sound like I thought it would." You know what I mean?
Oh,
I'm
he's
thinking,
got a deep, scary voice.
yeah, and not like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
Yeah.
Like he's like straight up like, and I'm
So
just like
racist.
so confused.
more like Master Shredder.
But if he looked Hong Kongian guy.
Yeah.
He,
Hong
he
Kong.
expected him to be like, "Oh, you go fast. Why you go fast in the
Oh,
almost
no.
breakdown
You
lane?"
know
Yeah.
he'll move over law.
This is racism, folks.
is
This
it-
is
You have
racist.
stun gun in car.
Oh,
We just were talking about how
Is this
racist
Tokyo-
Zimmerman was.
Is this Tokyo Drift? Fast and the Furious?
I'm just
Tokyo
saying,
Drift?
when you saw this big Asian fella, you expected he looked like a sumo wrestler.
Yeah,
like,
but you were being a bit of a cocktaze. Admit that.
hey, I was stun gunned.
Now, just to piggyback off of this, the whole point of, not the whole point, but you went to New Hampshire, you got the taser there, but you wanted protection. Scott had he had tried the protection thing once before. He bought a baton, but then
You know the ones you come
Oh,
out.
I thought this was
Yeah.
like an STD throwback.
he bought a baton to protect himself from a potential, person jumping him or stealing from him.
You just
and
have some little weapon on. you,
Yeah.
you know?
Oh, like a...
One
yeah.
when it comes
Oh,
out.
okay.
Yeah.
Like it comes out metal hard. Like it could,
hell
it could
yeah.
One
beat
hit.
someone good.
I'm
Jagging over.
Fuck that C4, Justin.
So-
we're all hard.
So
right
he sells a bike to this kid and gives him the motorcycle coat with it and leaves the baton in the motorcycle
now.
coat.
The one I was supposed to have on me to protect me.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, shit, where'd that baton go? I'm like, oh.
Hey, you know what? Instead of jumping me, I'm just going to give you the baton. You can beat me with it.
What happened was I brought the baton with me to make sure. I always do that if I'm doing a sale. And the kid was a nice kid, so I didn't even think twice about it. So I kept it in and he got a free baton.
You know, normally I hit my customers with a baton, but you seem like a nice guy.
Well, dude, if you're buying and selling stuff off Craigslist,
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
freaky,
that's true.
weird people. So, I've been in a situation. That's why I was recently in a situation where I was in Pawtucket, dude, buying a motorcycle off somebody. And, bro, I was in the motherfucking hood. I was the only white person around. And I was just like, I'm just like, don't feel like I'm in my element. You know what I mean? So I'm like nervous. And
Where
They-
is George Zimmerman where you need him?
I just felt like, dude, like I'm in this like little like area where I don't know anybody, and it just felt weird. And so I was like, dude, I need to have some kind of protection. So I got and the taser gun's awesome. You can shoot somebody like 15 feet away.
So it shoots the things out, and that
Yeah.
sticks into them,
It's
and
two
it
of 'em.
zaps them.
Yeah, two of them, and it zaps them for 30 seconds.
Ooh.
So they don't know. Like,
That's a long.
and then you can
zap.
detach and put a new one. Go.
Yep.
Oh,
But by that
okay.
time, yeah, I already got his wallet, and I'm out
Yeah,
of it.
right.
It's really for me to rob people.
You've stolen the packages from his front porch, and you're running down the street.
I am the porch pirate. Absolutely. But yeah, so
you tested the taser on a tree, right?
I did, dude. Yeah, it was fucking serious. Things like, as soon as you hit it, it's like, and Joe was like, what happened to the tree? Not, bro.
Not much.
The tree held its own. But I saw a video of this exact taser being used, and the guy was like, I'm going to try and stay on my feet.
Jeff having a good time.
What is a lousy conductor for electricity?
What is a lousy conductor for electricity?
That's why, like,
Oh, wood. Yeah.
doesn't-
I didn't want to see anything happen. I just wanted to see how I used it.
You want to see how the thing's like stuck?
Yeah, I want to see if
Yeah.
it's stuck in.
But
I
it
wasn't
did.
really trying to tase the tree.
Dude, that's what they always. NFL games sometimes in halftime there'll be like a naked dude that just runs out on the field,
Yep.
or baseball games, and that's always what they hit him with is the taser that shoots the
Yeah,
the
two
nipple
little-
clamps at him.
Yeah, it's fucking serious. Like I said, it was
Crazy.
$350. So it's,
We
Jesus Christ.
we had a lunch conversation with someone who knows a cop, and they have to go through. They have to take pepper spray and take a taser to then be licensed to use it. They need to know how it feels before they use it on someone.
Mhm.
I find that interesting because what if there's an incident in training, like say you have a heart problem you don't know about, you
Mhm.
a fellow cop tases you.
Yeah, but it's a cop, so obviously they're not gonna have a heart. There's nothing there.
I didn't know where you were
Yeah.
going. That was good.
It's the cop's word against the cop's word. The cop always wins.
Oh yeah,
But yeah, that
I found that interesting.
them things are fucking no joke. Like I said, the guy who got tased on the video I saw, he was like, "I'm gonna try and stay on my feet." The minute it hit him, Joe,
Like,
he was like, he literally fell to the ground and was shaking like a fish out of water.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Huh," and then after it's done, he's like,
Yeah, no, I'm good with that. No
"Fucking
thanks.
awesome
With it.
though."
Yeah.
It's because the reason I wanted that is because I don't want a gun. I don't want anything lethal because I swear to God, if someone tried to rob me and I shot him or pulled it out, there's no good that comes of that. I don't want to kill anybody. I don't want to shoot anybody. I'm gonna go to jail. You know what I mean? Like,
Are you're licensed still?
No, actually, my license expired and I want nothing to do with guns.
How long do you have to, like, do you have until you have to renew it?
5 years, I think it is.
Okay.
Yeah, and in Mass, it's really hard to get a gun. Like, dude, you need like no record. You need a letter of recommendation. You need to talk with like a detective. Like you have to, you know what I mean? Like, oh, in New Hampshire,
Yeah, sounds
You
like
li-
a hassle.
you just go there and be like, yo, here, I have no prior record.
Yeah.
Blah. But I don't want nothing to do with guns, bro. Nothing. There's nothing good that comes from that shit. So
Oh, God, no.
a non-lethal option is great. You know, something I'm in a jam, somebody's trying to,
Yeah.
God forbid, stick him.
And that's it.
That's it. He lives. He doesn't even really get. He's hurt for that like 5 minutes and he's fine.
The only thing is, with that gun, that's good if one person attacks you.
Yep.
You can shoot him.
Correct.
But if you get 2-3
I'm
dudes,
fucked.
that's why cattle prod is where it's at.
Oh, because it. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant to say this is still a stun gun. So when you do this,
Yep.
I can detach it right away, and then
And it's a
stun
cattle
gun.
prod kind
Yes, yes.
Oh,
So
that's
that's why
But,
perfect.
but there's no length to it, right?
no. So at that point, once this
Like a
guy's-
cattle
Bro,
prod.
are we talking about Scott's dick or the thing?
No, he's right. I know what you're saying. No cattle prod. because
Doesn't a
you-
cattle prod have some length to
Yes.
it? Not to get too graphic.
Cattle
but-
prod is like I would say 2 feet long.
That shit's
Okay.
awesome.
Yeah.
Because that shit you can just be like bang, bang, bang,
Yeah,
3 wallets.
That's cool.
Right. Yeah. Then you.
I just want to rob people when
Like, who,
I.
who buys a cattle prod as a weapon? You.
I would.
You-
for sure,
you-
I'd have one. If it
You've
was an
smoked
option.
and sat in your room alone thinking of, like, what would be the best weapon to defend myself with?
C4 is what but I can't get
C4
that.
and a
so-
cattle
yeah,
prod.
So cattle prod would be my second option.
No, that's a good point because that way the stun gun sucks because that is a way that I cannot hit the guy if he can hit me first. Or
Yeah,
something.
so you're like a musketeer almost. You're
Yeah.
kinda like fencing.
I'm
with
like,
go ahead, come near
Yeah.
me.
He's dressed in like a
zap
Peter
you.
Pan outfit.
You know what? I'm gonna get a cattle prod too, and every
Dude.
time I go outside, it's gonna have both. Be
I
like,
want a cattle prod.
want
You wanna
some,
mess
bro?
with me?
Then somebody hits me from behind with a bat, and I'm like, fuck.
No, first he gives his baton to them, then he pulls out the other one.
You guys hold this. But
Yeah,
yeah, man. So I could have got arrested, I think, because I'm pretty sure that this guy wanted to look for a reason to arrest me, and he realized I wasn't drunk, and I just made a mistake. Like I honestly told him, I was like, officer, I didn't. I was trying to get in front of that truck because the truck was squeezing me in. I saw you there too late, and he was just like flipping, dude. He kind of got to a point where he was like, damn, this guy's not gonna fuck with me. He's not gonna talk shit.
Yeah.
And I go back. And then, by the way, they said they're gonna mail me a ticket, and I thought that was bullshit. I thought he just said, you know what I mean? But I talked to a cop, and I also talked to another person who got that too. Apparently, they are mailing out tickets now.
And
so
and this is on every level. Like, is it parking, speeding,
Good
all
question.
the basics? I'm wondering.
don't know. I think that
Because I've never gotten that.
no, I think it's new. So I think now they don't have to write something up. They can literally go to the computer and just in their computer, blah blah blah. They have your
Yeah.
address, and they shoot it. Because he's like, "Is this your address?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "I'm gonna mail you a ticket."
Oh man, what
Yep.
an asshole.
The only
Yeah.
time I've got it in the mail is if it's like one of those cameras on a toll
Easy
seeing
pass.
you like pass it without paying, and then
Right.
they send you something in the mail for like $30 for passing a toll. But
Yeah.
I've never gotten like a speeding ticket or anything like that in the mail.
Oh, I had somebody hit me up with one question. Remember,
Yep.
I really nobody.
You got one
I
out of
got
that
one,
whole
dude.
post.
Unless
Oh,
it was
rough.
yeah. Just said this is from an attractive young woman. Question for a podcast: is there such thing as a woman being too good in bed? Like, say it's the first time and she's a beast.
She'd have to define what's too good for her.
No.
Do men get intimidated or think she's a slut?
We'd have to
Wow.
know what too good means.
Yeah, what
like
does that
just
mean?
Is you know what I mean? Like
I
what's
never-
too good?
I never understood that. Like, as long as
I would say no.
yeah, I would. As long as you're not laying there doing nothing, which I also don't mind. I don't know what's like being a beast in the bedroom. I mean, if she you know how to ride.
Yeah.
Pussy's
What
pussy,
is
dude.
too
Like,
good?
I don't understand. Like,
Or is she
well-
asking like have you ever been like too intimidated
Right.
sexually?
that I have absolutely.
Really?
Especially when I was younger.
What did this guy do to you?
It was this whole ping pong
Pussy
banana thing.
yeah.
No, I
A banana show.
When I was younger, I
That's what
was
the Asian cop said to him. He said, "Ping pong, pussy, banana. You know how fast you were going."
I honestly I used to get intimidated all the time because I always got scared that I wasn't gonna get a boner. So
Dude.
I would always be in my head.
Now we
yeah.
have, and now we have boner pills.
Yeah.
Yeah,
God.
it's true.
Now I'm like,
That's the thing. Like it's crazy though how
Popeye spinach.
you can be affected mentally and physically if you drink too much.
Maybe you, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, shut the
Maybe you.
you know,
I have a.
This guy's
Canadian,
ODing.
I have
He's
a Canadian
ODing on
pharmacy.
Viagra.
just
I
like
have a
my
Canadian-
dick is always soft.
I have
All
a
right?
Canadian pharmacy that I deal with.
Oh, we talked about this before though. Is like because some girls will, if I've had girls ask like, "Oh, the guy can't get it up," and they feel very like it's their
Yeah, they're
fault.
offended.
Like
No, they should be complimented.
because you're intimidating them.
Yes, I
Yeah.
talked to a girl this past weekend. We were hanging out, and
Couldn't get your dick hard.
you guys all know her. I'll mouth her name to you, Scott, first. You know what I'm talking about?
No, say it again.
And she's like,
I really didn't.
You mouth-
This microphone.
Wait, do the-
The whole place is bugged. The whole place is bugged. I saw The Irishman. No, I actually didn't.
All right.
I'm assuming everyone's wired. It's a
We
very
know her.
attractive woman. You
All right.
guys
we know
both
her.
know her.
Okay, go
Anyway,
on. Yeah.
Somehow, like, boners came up, and she's like, every fucking time. It's just a 10. That's how she can get.
That's
She goes,
why.
yeah, every time I fuck a guy,
It's because she's
they
intimidated.
can't
yeah.
get it up. And I said, that's a compliment. You should
100
thank those guys and their limp penises because you're so intimidating.
It's
You're
so
so
true.
attractive.
I'm
We're not
glad
getting
you
it up.
I'm glad you cleared that up
Yes.
because they think I've had an experience like that before, and like it's tough to explain to someone that no, it's not your problem. It's like it's the person who's kind of like, oh, this person's very attractive. Like I'm nervous.
I hope
Right.
I do good.
They think it's something wrong with them.
No, like because they think, oh, I'm not attractive enough to where I can't even get an erection. Anytime a guy can't get it up, and by the way, when ugly girls, you can always get it up because it's like whatever.
Yes, that's the thing.
That-
That's why I said they should
Well,
be.
let's not say ugly.
Yeah. Yep.
You know.
You haven't seen the monastery upstairs. Listen, I'm just saying,
Mom bods.
if a girl's super hot,
It-
and not just her
Like if it's more of an average, like I think a lot of us think of ourselves as average. So like let's say a girl is average.
I'm below average.
It's more it's more comfortable when someone's average. If someone's like a perfect 10,
it's
you need-
intimidating.
you get nervous.
You
And
need,
it's-
you need the.
It's
common
not
sense.
even just the way they look either. It's their demeanor. Like if a girl's super like secure and like just it can. I don't know, man. Like a really dope ass chick, the way she looks and the way she is, that can not anymore. At this age, it doesn't happen anymore. But when I was younger, it would happen a lot. I
Yeah.
get intimidated.
For example, if it was Venus or Serena Williams, right? And let's say you randomly met them, the tennis players, they're jacked, intimidating,
Yep.
they're athletes.
Yeah,
You
Serena.
meet
I don't
them.
know what I would. I'd probably be like, "Do you fuck me or how does this work?" I don't know.
My point is that they're so intimidating, your dick is not going to work. Guaranteed
Mm.
with them.
I think at this point, because I've got a good lock on it now. I think.
But what's your technique?
Oh man, my technique is if I don't get an erection and I
Mhm.
don't fuck, I don't care. It's not a big deal.
You're like think about Tom Hardy. Think about.
I
Tom
just
Hardy.
don't. My biggest thing was I would always be like,
But
if I can't perform,
that puts your heart at ease that at the
Big
end of
time.
the day, just like this has happened to me several times before. Like, what difference does it make?
yeah, I could
And
just.
in most cases, they're not going to be like, what an impotent
Right.
little bastard.
majority of chicks are just like, oh, that's all right, don't sweat it.
Yeah.
And I'm just so I put it in my head that finally, I'm like, if well, this was a while ago. This is like in my 20s. I was like, if I don't get it up, I don't give a fuck. And that really just changed.
Relax you.
I don't even think about it anymore. Like no matter who it is, if
Well,
if
that's
it's a
the-
female, that's but
It's
my
a
dick's-
comfort level thing too. Like,
Yeah, it is,
If you
too.
click with
Well,
someone,
that's the move.
it
'Cause
helps
the
it.
second you don't care is when you get the boner.
There you go.
And this girl who was the 10, she's like, every single guy first time.
Who is this, bro?
I
No, you don't
tried.
have to say it. Can
I
you mouth
mouthed.
it? Can you
I
mouth
already
it?
did.
Write it down.
Yeah, can you write it down because I
Christ.
no.
All right, yeah, I will
The,
let
the camera can't see.
Nobody say it
The
out
camera
loud.
can't see what's going on.
I think it'll make more sense to me when I see who it is. I can say.
No.
I'm like that shitty kid in first grade who doesn't want you to copy his answers. I'm like,
I promise you, that camera cannot see. I cannot see.
I wanna see
Now,
it.
Jeff, I want you to read that aloud, please.
Yeah, just like I fucked her.
No, write it down. Write it down real quick.
Oh my God, Joe's gonna love this, dude.
we
Oh,
all
yeah,
tried
yeah.
to have sex
Yeah, got
with
it.
this young lady, and we all failed. Jeff, here. See? Don't say it. Don't say it.
the name.
Yeah, she shot us. She shot down the whole whatever bro crew.
She did. Yeah, she did.
I know. I know. Break those. We just bought those.
I never
I
even
caught him.
I never even got my chance to be impotent with her. Damn it. Shit. Yeah, I can
she
see how guys would be.
She said every single guy.
Don't do that.
No, keep
Fix
that
your
on.
shit.
I need a picture.
Here.
I need to put that back on.
I had it
all
just
that
the way I wanted it.
Yeah.
All right.
Put that back on. I just need
No,
one
I
picture.
don't even know what I did.
It's, right there. No, it's got to stick out. Like,
Don't worry, guys.
I
We're
don't
just
know.
taking a
Yeah,
photo. No
yeah.
big deal. We'll get back. Yeah, but I can
Forget it.
see that.
right there.
Hey, all right, while you guys do your
Sorry,
photo
I just
shoot,
we need this.
my advice to guys who have that issue is you have to realize if it doesn't go through, who gives a fuck? Like, go lick her vagina and take care of her. You know what I mean? That's another thing I used to do. If I would get too nervous, I would just go downtown and take care of her that way. And if you can make her come like that, then you're good. Once
Yep.
you realize it's not that big of a deal, it's just sex.
There are options.
Yeah.
You got that?
The fuck are you doing, bro?
Fix that for him.
All right.
Let me see. These are tough.
Oh, no, I got it.
It's tough.
It's like a Rubik's Cube.
It's yeah.
Now, guys, not to cut this short, it's 8:11. We've gone for about an hour.
Hour and 11 minutes. All
I
right.
feel fine.
It's a good.
I know you're probably getting hungry.
I am. I haven't had dinner yet,
I know.
and I'm not trying to cut it short. We can
No.
talk for a little bit.
No, we're good. I think this was a good episode. Let me make sure I got nothing else.
I say it went great. Jeff, you would confirm that everything looked good as the sound guy? We got to think of a better name. He's not just the sound guy.
we got to get him a mic for sure.
do.
We got to.
We need Jeff's deep.
I got
voice
what
on
will
it.
Jeff has a mic. It just doesn't plug into our sockets.
Yeah. I got one more thing
Wait, yeah. that's
to
it.
end it on.
Yeah.
We got
Wait a
one more
minute.
message from somebody.
Yeah.
Wait, we're supposed to give people advice?
Yeah, she needs
Tony?
advice. Mr. Tony's
Your
here.
dog.
We're gonna. It's all right. Just pet him. He's just saying hi. Hi, bud. Hi, Jabu. All right. I need advice. I got this guy. He's in my life. I've known him for 6 years, and he always starts an argument with me and then blames me for it. And I honestly
Joe
don't.
Amaral.
Red-
I can't
Yeah.
stand the guy.
Is that Christy?
Yeah, this is Joe's girlfriend. I can see her profile picture.
I don't know what to do anymore because he's constantly argues and he's always a dick to me. Well, this is very simple. If
That's
someone-
kind of a major
come
red
on,
flag.
Straightforward. You know the fucking answer before you ask the
Come
question.
I
on.
know.
If someone argues with
Get
you,
rid of the fucking.
I was
the guy's a
hoping,
cunt.
not to discard that, but I was hoping for a good question.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer.
that's
yeah.
an obvious.
But
one.
that's also an issue. There are girls that will take that shit over and over again, and then 5 years later, you realize it's been happening this whole time, and then you're like, oh, all right, he hit me. Now I got to end it.
You're right. They wait for that first jab hook,
The first
uppercut
jab.
combination.
At least a hook. Tony's tangled in the wires.
He's like, hey guys, you guys are done. When Tony, the sound guy,
Yeah, see that?
Tony's like, this show sucks.
when you're not-
and I'm
That-
a dog.
that's
I don't
a good-
understand language.
That's a good meter when a dog's like, come on, guys, this is
I gotta
this is
show- I gotta
annoying.
show
I need a
people.
bone.
Tony has to say hi, so I'm gonna pick him up and say hi.
Please.
A Labrador Retriever saying, guys, you blew it.
Yeah.
This show.
Where's he going to put him?
Oh, Christ almighty.
This is a great Tony.
Tony!
Hey, his leg's in that little crevasse.
Oh, get on the
That
on
ain't
the
good.
mic. All right. Here we go. All right.
He's scared as
Sipping on gin and juice. He's getting a boner. I saw the lipstick come out of his dog penis.
Tony's leg was caught in a bear trap just now.
That was the worst on
Almost
camera.
broke
Yeah.
your leg's dog. Your dog's leg.
Hey, sometimes you can end it on animal cruelty. Am I right?
That was literally the worst.
Check on him. Is he all right?
He's got 4 legs. He's got 4 legs, guys.
That was the worst debut for Tony.
Is that how we end it? That's how we end it.
That's how we gotta end it. Hey, listen, this was a great
Guys,
show.
yeah. Thank you for
Yeah.
joining the Whatever Bro podcast.
Whatever, brothers. Bring it in.
I like it. Yeah. All right.
Jeff, you the man.
Jeff.
Air 5. We are out of here.
Boom.